Good morning, welcome back to the channel Awesome Learning. The next topic in the chapter Organisms and its Environment is adaptations. Now we will learn about the various types of adaptations done by plants and animals. So let's begin with the topic. Adaptation is a morphological, that means any change in the morphology or any change in the physiological or any change in the behavioral attribute that enables an organism to survive and reproduce in its habitat. तो morphologically कोई change कर लिया survive करने के लिए, फिजियोलॉजिकल कोई चेंज कर लिया सर्वाइव करने के लिए, या अपने बिहेवियर में कोई चेंज कर लिया ताकि वो अपने एनवायरनमेंट में अच्छी तरह से रह सके, सर्वाइव कर सके, रिप्रोड्यूस कर सके. So many adaptations have evolved over a long evolutionary time and are genetically fixed. कुछ adaptations तो ऐसी हैं जो उनके जीन्स में फिक्स हो गई हैं. Now अब जो न्यू जनरेशन पैदा हो रही है वो उस adaptation को लेकर पैदा हो रही है because they are genetically fixed, right? So the first one, let us see. At these examples will come in your exams. ये questions बहुत ज़रूरी हैं और ये आते हैं, ठीक है? So questions, see, adaptations of kangaroo rat in North American deserts. Now, internal fat oxidation gives water as byproduct. अब देखो क्योंकि ये rat deserts में है, तो डेजर्ट है तो इसलिए वाटर की अवेलेबिलिटी बहुत लो है. तो रैट की बॉडी में क्या हो रहा है? फैट ऑक्सीडेशन हो रहा है. द फैट गेट्स ऑक्सीडाइज्ड and the byproduct that it gets is water. तो if there is no external source of water तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है because बॉडी के अंदर ही वाटर का फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है. तो दिस इज फर्स्ट अडेप्टेशन डन बाय द कैंगरू रैट. नेक्स्ट, दूसरा अडेप्टेशन क्या है? डेजर्ट में रहने के लिए इसको हेल्प करता है जो दैट इज कंसंट्रेटेड यूरिन, so that minimum amount of water is used as the to remove the excretory products. तो बहुत excretory products को remove करने के लिए water चाहिए, चाहे वो अमोनिया है, चाहे वो यूरिया है, चाहे वो यूरिक एसिड है. वी रिक्वायर लिटिल बिट ऑफ वाटर. सबसे ज़्यादा वाटर चाहिए if the waste product is in the form of ammonia, and सबसे less water चाहिए if the waste product is in the form of uric acid. So the body of the rat is designed in such a manner, or it is adapted to the environment in such a manner कि उसका यूरिन बहुत concentrated है ताकि कम से कम पानी जो है वो वेस्ट हो सके to remove the excretory product. तो ये दो चीजें हैं जो हेल्प करती हैं कैंगरू रैट को सर्वाइव करने में in the deserts. Next, children, is adaptation of desert plants. Let's see here, presence of thick cuticle. Of course, we know what is a cuticle. Cuticle is a layer that is present on the upper epidermis or the epidermis, and this layer is made up of a chemical called cutin. Now, this layer is very thick, and why is it thick? Just to avoid the loss of water through transpiration, right? सो प्रेजेंस ऑफ थिक क्यूटिकल ऑन द लीफ, ये एक सबसे बड़ा पॉइंट है ताकि डेजर्ट प्लांट्स जो है वाटर लॉस ना हो उनमें. Second, they have sunken stomatas. So stomatas are the pores present in the leaves which help in the exchange of gases, and also transpiration takes place through stomata. But the stomata in these desert plants are sunken. That is, they are inside the epidermis, बहुत डेप्थ में अंदर की तरफ है, sunken है, तो इसलिए minimum loss of water can take place through stomata by the process of transpiration. So this is the second point that desert plants follow so that they can have minimum loss of water. Third is CAM, that is a photosynthetic pathway. This enables their stomata to remain closed during the day. So this is a process which helps the stomata to remain closed even during the day. तो अगर स्टोमेटा बंद है दिन में भी तो वाटर लॉस ना के बराबर है या मिनिमम है. Last one is desert plant like opuntia, that is cactus, have no leaves. ठीक है, दे आर रिड्यूस टू स्पाइन्स. यू नो ना, कैक्टस का जो कांटा है जिसको हम स्पाइन बोलते हैं, एक्चुअली वो लीफ है. और कैक्टस में जो लीफ जैसी चीज लगती है जिसको हम सोचते हैं ये लीफ है, ये दिस इज स्टेम. समझ गए? तो लीव्स आर रिड्यूस टू स्पाइन्स. तो photosynthesis is done by the stem because देखो stem green है, तो photosynthesis is done by stem. तो leaves जो है वो तो spine जैसे बन चुके हैं, so water loss is not possible in Opuntia. So these are the various points that are followed by the desert plants that they have adapted to the desert environment. Then children, adaptation of mammals. Now mammals are from colder climates, have shorter ears, okay, very small ears, and live to reduce heat loss. This is called Allen's rule. Now they can ask you what is Allen's rule. So what is Allen's rule? Allen's rule says that mammals in colder areas have very small or shorter ears and limbs so that the heat loss is very less. And aquatic mammals like seals have thick layer of fat which is called blubber below their skin that acts as an insulator and reduces the loss of body heat. Okay. Then children, adaptation is, this was adaptation by morphological adaptation. This was all we had studied, the changes in the morphology. So adaptation in which the morphologically the animals or plants have changed or adapted themselves. Now we are going to study about the physiological and biochemical adaptations. Now we have seen that archaebacteria are found in hot water springs and deep sea hydrothermal vents where temperature is above 100 degrees centigrade, right? So these bacteria can survive in the extreme of the environment like hot water springs and deep sea hydrothermal vents. So this is again due to adaptation done by the archaebacteria. Next is many fish thrive in Antarctic waters, that is temperature which is below 0 degrees centigrade. They can survive in such a cold water. So this is again adaptation which is due to physiological adaptation. Okay, many marine invertebrates and fishes live at a great depths in the ocean where the pressure is more than 100 times the normal atmospheric pressure. Now you all know that pressure in water increases with the increase in depth. जैसे जैसे आप सी में डेप्थ में जाते जाओगे the pressure will increase. So there are many fishes and many invertebrates which can survive that pressure. So how can they survive that pressure? Again, due to the physiological adaptations done by their bodies. Okay, then at high altitude place, we feel altitude sickness. We have seen that the altitude sickness, what are the symptoms of altitude sickness? We feel nausea, heart palpitations are increased, we fatigue, that is we get tired, thoda sa bhi chalenge to we get tired very easily. So this is due to low atmospheric pressure. Why? Because at higher altitudes, the pressure of the atmosphere is very low. So the body does not get enough of oxygen. So gradually we acclimatize the situation and the body compensates the low oxygen availability by increasing the RBCs and breathing rate and decreasing the binding capacity of the hemoglobin. Now suppose ऐसा situation आ गया है कि अब आपको वहीं पर रहना है 2 महीने 3 महीने या 1 साल उसी हायर अल्टीट्यूड पे रहना है तो शुरू में आपको दिक्कत आएगी यू विल हैव प्रॉब्लम्स लाइक nausea heart problems fatigue these will be the things that you will face but later on what will your body do it will try to compensate that low level of oxygen how will it compensate the low level of oxygen it will increase the red blood cells okay then the breathing rate will increase and now because the breathing rate that is respiration if it increases it will pump more and more of blood into your heart right so binding capacity of hemoglobin will also increase with the oxygen so all these things will help you to survive in the higher altitudes so this is again a change which is done physiologically right and biochemically also because enzymes will also be working here then children adaptations that is behavioral adaptations desert lizard all these examples are very important desert lizards bask in the sun that is they take bath in sun and absorb heat when their body temperature is low but move into shade when the ambient temperature starts increasing ये तो हम भी करते हैं desert lizards क्या हम लोग winters में we love to sit at sun right and when we feel very much After an hour we will feel lot of heat, then we move inside. So this is done by, especially by desert. This is behavioral adaptation. Then some species burrow into the soil to hide and escape from the above ground heat. Again, behavioral adaptation. So children, all this is complete here. That is, we are done with the adaptations, morphological adaptations, physiological, biochemical, and behavioral adaptations. So basically, all the examples are very important here. Okay.